All right, we are on our last graphing system of equations section for our big test that we have coming up on systems. So we are going to start with our point slope form. So when we have point slope form, we're going to look at what point we have here. So we have an x coordinate that says +2, and we have a y coordinate that says -1. You got to be very careful with this because the original, when you're doing point slope form, this is what the original standard form is for this. So you'll notice that when I'm writing this, that's what it looks like right here. This is the generalized formula. So it's minus whatever that number is. So if it's -1, then that's actually a +1 for y. And this one says +2, and that's because it's minus a negative number. So you gotta be careful with these ones. So my point for the first one is a -2 and a +1. The other one has a negative minus a minus, like for both minus. So that means that this is going to be a +1, and then this point is a +5. So now once you've figured out what your points are, you've got your slopes here. So my slope for this one, since it's not a fraction, is 3/1. And this one right here is a -2, and it's not a fraction, so you're going to do that over 1 as well. So those are your slopes. And then you have your points right here. We're going to do the same thing we've done with these other two problems, and we're going to graph until we find an intersection point, hopefully, and which it should have because our slopes are different. So there's absolutely 100% guaranteed that you're going to find a spot somewhere where they intersect. My first point is a -2, so we're going to go to the -2 on the x-axis and then a +1, which is up 1 right here. And then we're going to use that slope, which is 3/1. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3, right 1, because those are positive numbers. 1, 2, 3 over 1, and any more will go off of my graph. Now I can also continue to do the opposite from here. I can go down 3, 1, 2, 3, but to the left 1, it still stays in alignment. Down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1, and then I can connect all of my points. And then when I go to graph the next one, we should have a point that they intersect at. So the starting point with this one is a +1, +5, which is right here. And if I go use the slope down 2 over 1, down 2, right 1 is not making me get any closer to that line. So I don't want to keep going down this way because it's going to get farther and farther away. So I'm going to go back to that original point, and I'm going to do the opposite. So I'm going to go up 2, left 1. There's your shared point right there. I'm going to connect these, put arrows on them, and then this point right here is my shared point at 0, and this is a +7. So that would be my answer for this system of equations. And if you want more questions like this, you can find them on my YouTube channel, You Want Algebra. Check these out under the Systems of Equations section.